Hi, my name is Max Simon, and I will be responding to an organizational crisis as though I'm the communication lead for Costco Wholesale. The potential crisis I have predicted for Costco is that one of their pharmacies has improperly filled a prescription. So, to respond to this crisis, I would release a statement saying Costco believes that at no time did its conduct put at risk the health or safety of our members or the public. Costco shares the DEA's commitment to prevent opioid drug abuse and continues to view the DEA, along with the state and local law enforcement, as partners in promoting public health. Costco will continue its long-standing practice of providing our customers with high-quality pharmaceutical products at a competitive price, while working closely with these customers and their healthcare providers to ensure their use of controlled substances is safely administered and medically necessary. As more information becomes available, we will continue to give updates regarding the situation. So, as a crisis communications lead, I would explain to my top management what bridging is, provide examples, and explain the importance of it when handling crisis interviews with the media. I will tell them that it is inevitable that they will be having conversations about the crisis with outside sources, whether it be on a small or large scale. Therefore, they must be prepared and know who their audience is so they can deliver the most effective message. Bridging comes into play when dealing with difficult questions, and it is better to just change the subject. Keeping Costco's reputation as a respected, reputable, and trusted brand will be impossible if we are not responding to the media the way we want to be perceived. In addition, it is important that everyone remains calm while responding to the crisis so they will seem in control of the situation and confident about what they are saying. With that being said, it is also mandatory they are working with a sense of urgency during this time. The faster we can respond with what the public wants to hear, the faster we will recapture their trust. Bridging is used to answer a difficult question, specifically one you do not want to answer, and instead answering it in a way that explains something you actually want the public to know. This way, you don't actually answer the original question, but instead turn the question around in your favor to explain something Costco actually wants to get across. In order to do this, I will explain that they can follow the 3 steps of bridging. 1. Recognize you are being asked a question you do not want to answer and then acknowledge what the interviewer says. For example, by saying, "That's a good point," or "I agree with what you are saying." Number 2 is choose a bridging statement to turn the question around into something you actually want to say. For example, by saying, "I think it would be more accurate to say," or "Here's the real problem," or "And that reminds me." And then 3, after the bridging phrase, you can say the information you actually want to say to the public and redirect this to your own speaking points. This way, you will still answer the question without actually answering the question and still get your point across. For example, using the Costco situation we are currently in, if any of you are asked by the media, "Do you think Costco's image will be ruined and your members will lose trust because of this incident?" You can use bridging and respond by saying, "I think that what matters in this situation is recognizing the significant role record keeping practices and systems have in preventing opioid drug abuse. We must be constantly fine tuning Costco's processes until we are confident in them. Costco will forever be working on making sure their pharmaceutical systems are safe to ensure an incident like this never happens again." In this example, you can see I recognized a question I did not want to answer, then used a bridging phrase, and then finally redirected my answer to something I wanted my audience to know. If Costco follows all of these instructions, then I believe they will be able to keep their message in the minds of the public and the media, and ultimately recover from this terrible incident. Remember, in general, messages in crisis situations should be based on what the target audience 1 most needs to know and 2 most wants to know. It is also crucial that your response is delivered to the intended audience. The development and construction of the message should always be guided by the theories and principles of risk and crisis communication. Thank you for your time and good luck.